What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? My mother booping peoples. We back. Quality Minutes Podcast. Your boy Yak. We got the boy Ryan Speedo up there. You know, Miss Keita came down with a little Miss Keita came down with a little illness, so we gonna, represent for this evening. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a
thoughts and prayers go out to Keita.
Talking about today, we have an awesome, beautiful, a goddamn special guest here, man. He's a young,
beautiful.
Oh. He's a young entrepreneur, man, in the real estate game. He's 27 years old. You can obviously see he's a Black young man doing the positive things out here in this community, getting people homes to live in. Great individual, young ball. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my boy Naz in the building.
Yo, my man, did you say he was 27?
Yes, 27.
Sheesh, man, I gotta start off with this, man. Well, first of all, let's tell us a little about yourself, man. Like, where you from, what you do, why you doing it, all that good stuff.
Yes, my full name is Nazerek Johnson, but I go by Naz or Naz just to make it easier. But like Greg said, I'm 27, born and raised in Buffalo, New York. Actually, moved.
Oh wait, hold on, wait, real quick. Do. Come on, bro. My bad. Buffalo, I ain't know.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Buffalo, right. New York, born and raised. Moved here when I was about 15. And then just to fast forward a little bit, I got into real estate about a year and a half ago. I was previously a manager at McDonald's, and one of my other fellow managers got into real estate and is doing extremely well. And he just, he had a feeling that I would do just as well in the game. So he was on me for, quite some time. And I finally caved in, and here we are. It's going, I'm in the game now, and it's going pretty well.
That's what's up, man.
That's what's up. So what was that conversation like? My man just came into work like, listen, man, I gotta get this McDonald's, this management shut up, man. I'm out of here, bro. What was that initial conversation? How did he get you got you in there?
So we started around the same time. Both became managers around the same time. He ended up getting his own store. We're the same age. He ended up getting his own store. And actually a couple stores he ran completely by himself. And he quit that, started real estate. And his first year, he like I said, he did amazing his first year. So his second year, he was already on me, telling me, you need to get into this, you need to get into this. And I was telling Greg, the reason I finally did listen to him is because I had no idea, the steps it took to buy a house. And I'm blessed to say that I'm a first-time home buyer as of last year, June. So getting into the real estate game, I learned that it's easier than it sounds, actually. It sounds like a daunting task, but once you get a plan, it's very attainable goal. So I was able to purchase my home last year, and I just wanted to be able to share that information with other people that don't know how. It's not easy, but it's an attainable goal as long as you put the work in to get that goal. So I just wanted to actually help share the information with people. So, he just was on me for, quite some time. Once I learned that it was attainable, then I started, really diving into real estate and just trying to, get other people into homes.
Yeah, man, we're going to shout out my mans, man, with the positive, peer pressure, Shout out to my man for getting Nas linked in, bro. But that's dope to hear, man. 27 years old, homeowner, man. That's solid. That's solid, man.
Get it, man. Little small side. I was also helped my sister become her first time homeowner.
Okay.
So in the process of helping me and my wife get our stuff together, he's already helped my sister out, man. And then she has a beautiful home out there in the city, man. So shout out to you, Nas. You're doing positive things there, brother.
Hey, you know what I think about Nas, bro? You said you've been in for a year and a half, man. I think about, like, we about to be 40 right now. By the time you our age, man, you gonna be You gonna be killing, bro. You gonna be killing. You gonna have your own little brokerage firm. You gonna have, you know what I'm saying, agents working under you, bro. Hey, listen, the sky is the limit, man. I'm looking forward to your to what you got coming up.
Thank you. That's the goal, for real. Honestly, that's the goal, to take this as far as it can take me.
Yeah.
What's up, man? So I got a question for you. So within this year or two that you into the business, what were some of the hardest tasks you had to overcome, like in order to, you know what I'm saying, to build your success? Like, you know what I'm saying, what was some of the, give us a scenario of a time you were flustered as hell, like you didn't know exactly how to get from point A to B, and how did you work your way through that situation to get a deal done?
Okay, so honestly, the hardest thing when you get into real estate is, finding those clients, finding people that want to work with you. Because honestly, if you go on the street and ask 10 people about real estate, eight of them are probably going to say they know a realtor already, So separating yourself from the pack, separating yourself and getting your point across to people and why to work with you rather than the person they know already, and why you're worth their time and effort that it takes to buy a home. That honestly was the biggest thing. I'm not a super big social media person, and honestly, in this day and age, social media is a big help as far as promoting yourself, because you can reach so many people so quickly. So getting into the game, my biggest hindrance was honestly promoting myself, doing stuff like this, like getting on the Zoom podcast with you guys, and that's really my biggest hindrance, because that's just something personally that I never was into before, but that's a big part of success here. And so within the last couple of months, I've seen the correlation between promoting yourself more on social media and getting bringing those clients in to have success.
For sure, bro. Because there's a lot of people not real comfortable on social media, so I totally understand that. And for the fact that you actually were able to build clientele without a major social media, that's pretty impressive as well, too, man. For real, you didn't put some ground, and you put some feet work in for sure.
But I still, I think you're 100% right now. But I also think it's so much more value in that FaceTime too, though. Like, I mean, it's still, I think it's still good value in, like, pounding the pavement, like shaking people's hands, having like face-to-face conversations. A lot of value because people get to see you, you get to interact. You know what I mean? You get to, share that energy with people. So, and that's something that you don't get on social media, right? So, but I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Because within this process, man, when I first met him, man, he already had like a good aura around him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know his age because he already presents himself like he's mid-30s and some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's very professional. He made us feel comfortable going into places. He ain't about wasting no time. If you don't like it, we out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's right.
That's dope, man. He gets straight to the point. Just good business, man. That's just good business.
So
okay. Go ahead, Speedy.
So now for like those you mentioned how some people feel like it's like just too difficult to buy a home. Like, it's a lot of steps involved. For people who are first time home buyers, or people who have not owned a home, like, what are the first steps one might be able to to start at in order to purchase their first home? Does it start with like building up your credit? Like, where's the very first step? Like, what would you recommend for somebody who's looking to buy a home?
Okay, yeah. So I would say the very first step is mentally prepare for the process. Know you want to be a homeowner, because it is very different from renting. But I think it's a very positive difference than renting. But
hold on, let me pause right there. Let me pause real quick. Hold on.
Hit him.
Message.
Yes.
Yeah. But so that's the first step, and then I would say the second step, to make sure your credit is in order. Which your credit doesn't even have to be super high. 580 plus can get you pre-approved.
Sheesh. Okay.
So yes, that's the first step.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Consistency. I'm sorry.
Say that
580 plus
can get you for the people so they can hear it. A
580 plus credit score can get you approved to be a first-time home buyer. So yes, get your credit in order. Handle any little debt. Like if you have student loans, they understand that's a bigger debt to take care of, but handle any other little debts like, credit card debts or anything lingering, because they will require that as well. And then consistency in your job. Because the loan is coming from the bank, they don't want to see people job hopping every couple months. So, stay at a job for about at least a year and a half. If your goal is homeownership, at least a year and a half. 2 years is ideal, but at least a year and a half can get you pre-approved. Yes, and those 3 things are the biggest factors in getting pre-approved, honestly. So if you can achieve those 3 things, just to break it down simply, I would say you'd be able to get pre-approved.
Nice. Where now, you're helping people along the road. Like where do you feel like potential buyers have the hardest time? Like what is the biggest challenge that potential buyers have, like once they've started the process and now they're going through this process of purchasing a home? Like where are the challenges? Where do you see the challenges?
In my experience, I would say the emotional highs and lows is the biggest thing that people have to prepare themselves for.
Yeah. No, that's real. Like, especially if you find something you really like, is you get outbid or it goes beyond your budget. Like, yeah, that can be tough, man. I get that.
So give the people your thoughts about going out of their budgets. Like, what is the importance of staying in your goddamn budget?
That is extremely important, mainly for the reason that, you're responsible for your home. It is your property, your land. It is your responsibility. So anything that goes wrong, you have to take care of. So if you're already stretching yourself to the end to to pay your mortgage, if something does go wrong, which it's not like every week something's gonna go wrong in your house. It's not like siding's gonna fall off, windows gonna break. That's not that's extreme. So you don't have to plan for something happening every week, but you do have to plan for things happening. So standing extremely important, just to make sure that you're ready for those things if and when they do happen. To just take care of them, and just so you're to ease your stress in the future. So I would say it's extremely important.
Yeah, listen, man. The first house my wife and I bought, man. We had just got moved in, got all our stuff in. We was in there the first week, and my son's upstairs taking a bath, and I'm down on the second floor. It was a 3-story townhome. He on the 3rd floor taking a bath. I'm on the 2nd floor watching TV, hearing the bath water running, and I just see leaking coming out of my ceiling, bro. Leaking, water dropping. I'm like, what the blood clot is happening right now, bro? And it's just water seeping out of my ceiling, bro. I was tripping. So I'm like, bro, stop the bathtub. Turns out, anyway, there's a crack in the bathtub. It's seeping through the bathtub into the ceiling and onto our 2nd floor. So we had to get all the work in the first weeks, of being moved in. Luckily we had homeowners insurance, so we're able to kind of cover that cost. But man, when I tell you that homeowners insurance came in handy, listen, we would have spent tens of thousands of dollars if it wasn't for that homeowners insurance, man. For real.
Hey, man. Important to get that goddamn insurance. It might seem like an accident, but you have to have some goddamn insurance. Even if you're written, get some goddamn insurance, because you never know, bro. You never know. That's for sure, man.
I know what I do know. Something's gonna happen. Something gonna happen to that crib that you need to get serviced. I know for a fact. I don't care what it is. It could be a step is cracked or something, or a paint, something. It's gonna be something. Plumbing, air.
Yeah, that junk is crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. Got to get the air conditioner straight up in that joint. Dog, here's a fun fact though, man. Speedy, is something that you might have in common. Our boy Naz, he plays football as well.
Okay.
The guy plays for the pro football right now, man.
Play for what? Who?
Motor City Outlaws, bro.
Okay. All right. The semi-pro, you know what I'm saying, guy. I played him on a few teams, man. What position do you play?
I play wide receiver.
All right. How tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
Okay, all right. So let me see. You stretch the field with your speed, or you got with crisp routes, like you got the hands, you were third down. Tell me about it.
I get open and I catch the ball. Like that's what I do. Get open and I catch the ball. Go to work.
Come on. I like that. That's swag. That's swagoo right
That's
there.
That's a swaggy receiver answer right there. I get open, I catch the ball. That's all you need to know, fam.
Yep. No drops.
So how do you find time to balance the two? I know that the real estate industry is like hectic right now because a lot of people are looking for homes to buy. How do you squeeze football into this whole mix, man?
Well, we're in this day and age where we're big on mental health nowadays. So, I fully believe in that. So, you got to find time for yourself. Yeah. So, a lot of my clients, I say my job a lot of times is 2 to 8. A lot of my clients have jobs they have to go to. So, I'm tending to their time. So, most of the time I'm showing houses between 2 and 8. We practice Tuesdays and Thursdays from about 6:30 to 9. And then our games are Saturdays. So, whether I get to, practice the first half, whether I can get to practice the whole practice or just practice the first half or just practice the second half, I definitely just try and make sure I squeeze time in for myself because it definitely helps me. I'm a huge fan of football. Like it helps relieve my stress. So, I just always make sure I find time.
That's good, man.
Yeah, I miss my semi-pro days, man.
They was wild.
It was wild, man. Listen, I miss players smoking cigarettes on the sideline.
Man,
okay. Me, I'm in.
I done seen some stuff in semi-pro. So this is a great environment. It's a great time. So yeah, like
I love that. I loved it, man. I had a great experience, man. I went to travel to a lot of different places, man, playing some semi-pro. So
yeah, same here. Same places I ain't been to playing semi-pro. Yeah.
Just be on the sideline at a semi-pro game is fun, bro.
Put you in the mood. Put you in the right mood, man. That's why we national champions.
They rolling up on the sideline, cracking brewskis. It was wild.
Gotta do. We ain't called the 50 boys for no reason.
Yeah, good times.
We were discussing today about a football player who's 50 years old still playing in the same.
Yeah.
He might you speed. What was his name? What's the name?
Shoes, shout out Shoes. Yep. Old head on the team.
Nah, I don't remember Shoes.
He was an old ass running back. I think he played with the Warhawks, bro. He was an old ass cat, bro.
I done play with some old cats, man. I done play with a few, so I think I've played on like maybe three, maybe 4 semi-pro teams.
That's what's up.
About like 2018, 2019, my team played a team in Ohio. Their kicker was like 63, 64. Old white man. Frail as heck. Yeah, it was funny as hell.
Living the dream, baby. Living the dream.
You playing that shit to the death. You hear me? That's crazy.
I can't imagine being like 55, like strapping up, telling my wife, like, I got a game tonight. I know we supposed to have dinner with Cheryl and them, but I got a game tonight.
Like, where's Ralph at? He's up there icing his knees down because he just got off the field. 4-yard gain and tore his knee up.
Yeah, I had 3 sacks, two QB hurries.
Now I'm over here with the grandkids relaxing.
Yeah,
what? Just chilling, man. Just chilling.
Balled out again. All right, yes. Yeah,
on the subject of football, and you're from Buffalo, of course. I will presume that you are a Buffalo Bills fan.
Die hard. I'm like, man, I don't even want to say this. Y'all probably gonna be mad at me, but I don't even watch the Lions for real.
Oh, this is blasphemy. Well,
die hard.
You weren't missing.
Through.
You weren't missing anything. Buffalo went to 4 Bowls back to back. I wouldn't watch the Lions either if I was.
Hey, but y'all in different divisions, so I ain't even mad at y'all. I'm actually rooting for y'all in our division this year. Right? I'm actually rooting for y'all. I think y'all got.
Appreciate it, brother.
That's what we keep hearing, man. I hope we live up to the potential, man. We could live up to them standards because I'm hearing a lot of conversations about Detroit, man, and it's scaring me. It's scary because
be exciting.
It's hard to be excited, Nas. See, that's the thing, right? Okay, Buffalo has had a rich history of winning. Okay, Jim Kelly,
rich.
My boy, what's my man? Oh, my linebacker,
Was,
Bruce. You know what I'm saying? Cornelius Bennett. You remember him?
Yeah, man. Thurman, who? But Bruce
Thurman.
Smith. Bruce Smith played for Buffalo.
Yep.
Yep.
Tally.
Yep.
Eric Reed, was it? The
Yep.
receiver.
Don't forget about my nigga BB.
Damn, Don
Yo,
BB.
okay, you know something.
Come on, bro.
I was telling
Okay.
her I was a fan. Look, me and him had a wager back in high school, and it was the Cowboys versus the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. Needless to say, I lost money to him because he went.
Yeah,
Man, we trying to redeem that now. But I'm saying, like, yes, we got a rich history, but history that only means so much when you're losing in the present. And my whole life up until about 3 years ago, we was losers. So, we kind of turned it around. Y'all turned it around the last couple years. In the last couple years, we've been turning it around. So we gonna see. We might meet in the Super Bowl. Who knows?
And that will be fire, bro. That will be fire.
That would be fire.
Come on, man.
Because you
know damn well the Lions ain't meeting nobody in the Super Bowl unless you talking about in the stands.
Hey.
Unless you talk about on the 50-yard line in the stands. Is that what you talking about?
Oh. Anything possible. The Cincinnati Bengals went back to a Super Bowl. Why can't we get to one? That's all I'm saying.
And they ended last year 8-2, the last 10 games, something like that. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? Nobody would have put money on that.
Naz, I appreciate your optimism. I swear I do. I really appreciate your optimism. But let me tell you something. A coach told me, listen, a coach told me back in the day, he said, don't let your highs get too high and don't let your lows get too low. As a Detroit Lions fan, that is my moniker, bro. I can't get that excited, bro, because I've been let down for, how old am I? About to be 40? 40 years, man. Let down.
All 40
of them? Every last one of those.
Every
40
last one of them.
Every one. See, now you're about to get depressed. This is a positive interview. Now you get me depressed, goddamn it.
Started off good.
Okay, so let's see. So we discussed the highs and lows. Okay, so no, we actually talked about the lows. So okay, give us how do you feel once you do close on a property, knowing that you put this family in a spot where they might be there for the rest of their life? Like what type of feeling is that to you, bro?
Yep. That's actually a really good feeling. Like, I'm actually a very helpful person. I have been my whole life. Like, I got a tendency to go above and beyond for people, but just knowing that, like, I helped a family achieve a goal that not everybody, if it was easy, everybody would do it, and everybody can do it if they put the work in, but not everybody does it actively. But it's a great feeling, honestly. Like, that's just the best way. It's an amazing feeling. Like, I love helping people. I love knowing that I help somebody achieve, a lifelong milestone, something they can remember always remember your first home. So, definitely a great feeling.
Yeah. So, Nas, there's so many things to consider when you're seeking to buy a home. Like, how do you, tell me about the process for coaching a family or a couple or somebody who's trying to consider all the things when trying to buy a home. Like, what are those things, or what at least tell us what the process is for coaching people and choosing the right home for them?
A lot of agents have different approaches to that process. My approach basically is I want you to feel at home. Like, I want you to know that this is where you want to live for however long you plan to live there. So I'm never really in my clients' ears telling them, like, this is a great home for you. I kind of have a not completely laissez-faire approach to it. I'm here to answer any questions, advice. If I see anything wrong, I definitely will point it out, but I'm not here to push you towards buying a home. I want you to, know that this is the home to buy for you. So, that's really, that's kind of direction I head, with it. Mm-hmm. The biggest thing I can say is, just have an open mind. Just have an open mind. No house is perfect. If there was a perfect house, you'll be building it from scratch yourself. So, that's what I try and stress to my clients. No house is perfect, but just try and pick the one that is most perfect for you, just the best for you. So, those are my two biggest messages. Pick the house that's best for you.
Oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
I was going, G, you in the process at this point. Like, hopefully, you'll be closing pretty soon. But like, G, what are the things that you consider when you wanted to find a house for you and your family? What were those things you were considering?
I was considering location. Because when you're single and if I'm 27, like you're Nas, you know what I'm saying? You can
Young ball.
Yeah, the young ball, you know what I'm saying? Back in my days, I would live anywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't care about the neighborhoods. Any part of the city, I'm there. But I had to take into consideration. I have children, 2 girls and a boy.
Yeah, yeah.
They start 9th grade and one of them starting 6th grade. So you have to. I had to make sure my family would be safe. So I had to find a safe around
schools.
schools. We ain't want to break our budget either because money don't grow on trees around this boy. I tell you that goddamn much. And this was it's like a homely feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once we walked in certain homes, we just automatically like, nah, bro, no. And now he's right there. You already know what time it is. Once we say no, he just see that certain look like, up to the next one. Yep. You already know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was just more like just what type of feel it gives you. Like if you walk into a home and in the back of your mind you can envision shit all over the house already. Yeah. Walk in, that might be the one you need right there. You know what I'm saying? Just follow your mind, man. And like I said, it's very stressful though, because trying to keep my wife sane because she likes to tend to overthink. You know what I'm saying? So you also have to have a good realtor to just calm them down. Like, relax. Just. Because y'all really like coaches for real. Like, it's all right, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Stay in the game, you know what I'm saying? It's all right. And he's been doing a great job just keeping us calm and sane. So just, that's a positive thing right there, man. But I did want to ask you to do this for us, Nas. Can you give the people, the audience, can you explain the difference between a conventional and dealing with FSA? I mean, the other side, getting the loans and all that stuff. Can you just break that down?
Yeah, 100%. So, conventional loan is basically you're gonna put more money down. So, all right. So I'll backtrack. FHA, first time home buyers loan. You're gonna put less money down, 3.5% down for closing costs towards the home, and then the bank is going to take care of the rest. As far as it's a little easier to get pre-approved because they're just trying to they want people to buy homes, so it's easier to get pre-approved for that process. 3.5% down, so you need a little bit less money. Like I said, that credit score is about 580, so it's a little lower than a conventional loan. And as far as when you get further in the process, so like once you see a home that you like and you put an offer in on it and you're going through that process, when the FHA appraisers come out, they're going to be more sticklers about the shape the house is in than the appraisers for a conventional loan, because you're a first time home buyer. They want things to be tip top shape for you, honestly. Mm-hmm. So they're more of sticklers throughout that process of the throughout that part of the process. As far as conventional loan, you're going to put more money down, at least 5% up to 20% down on the home. You need a higher credit score. I believe it's around 620 credit score to get pre-approved for that. You need more money in the bank. It's just it's a little bit more, but that's because they're trying to incentivize people to buy that first home. Mm-hmm. And then because you might not know the process as is or whatever, and then after you get your first home, you'll know. So after that, they let go to take off the training wheels a little bit. But yeah, so more percentage of money down, higher credit score needed, less of sticklers throughout the appraisal process on what needs to be done on the home or what doesn't need to be done on the home. So those are the three biggest differences.
He dropping jewels for y'all this evening, ladies and gentlemen. He dropping motherfucking jewels for you. You know what I'm talking about?
Definitely, you better be listening. Be listening. I think the take home message again is that anybody can do it. Like not anybody, you know what I'm saying? You need there are some foundational things that you need, but I think for first time home buyers, it seems like a very daunting process. And there's so many things that you do. And there are quite a few things, but like having a good real estate agent is key. Somebody who can walk you through that process and let you communicate effectively with all about the process. Cause it could be daunting, man, especially when you got a real life to live, you got a job to do. You know what I'm saying? And then if you're trying to sell a house and buy a house at the same time, that's a whole nother beast, man. So what kind of
that seems tough for sure. I said that seems pretty tough for sure.
Man. Yeah. I've gone through that process. That's a lot. That's a lot because it's about timing. It's about, you got to sell your house within the same amount of time that you're buying a new house, man. It's the math gotta equal out right so you can make enough money from the sale of your house so that you can cover the cost of your new crib. It's a bunch, man. It's stressful. I hate moving. I hate it. I hate it.
And that's the process I'm not even trying to think about right now. Like, moving part, oh, Jesus Christ.
It's definitely a hassle for sure.
Jesus Christ. Well, our moniker here at Quality Minutes is making every minute count, Naz, man. And what you do in your profession is really putting a lot of, you're making every minute count by letting people put them in them homes and then their families build and be beautiful families, man. So we tip our hat to you, man. Salute for sure,
Definitely.
bro.
I appreciate it.
We got to air horn you. So,
thank you.
So I don't know. Like I used to watch the show like Selling Sunset and Selling Miami, man, about those agents down there. Like, right now, where are you selling the majority of the properties and homes right now for your clients?
A lot of my clients have had a wide range of areas they're willing to live in, which is why I've been all over the place, willing to live in, or they're listing in, or whatever. But yeah, like earlier today, I just had an open house in Marine City. So I'm just kind of all over. I'm willing to go anywhere someone needs me for real estate in Michigan. I'm I have no bounds when it comes to my job.
I hear that, man. I hear that.
One thing for hella miles on his car. I tell you that much. For sure.
I bet, man.
Hella miles. Make sure you if you get in this real estate game, make sure you got a car that can get you back and forth. That's number one. If you ain't got no car back and forth, you through.
My real estate trainer used to tell me about when he got into real estate, his car was terrible to the point where sometimes he might have to walk the rest of the way to his showing or whatever, like something like that. So embarrassed about in such bad shape, he would park on the street over, because his car wasn't in the best shape to handle the real estate lifestyle.
Damn.
So yeah,
hustling,
yep.
Bro, hustling. Yep. Hey, oh shit, we got a special guest in this bit.
She just said, "What's happening?" She wanted to make an appearance. Oh, she is there.
There she is. There she is, Miss America.
You gotta unmute yourself.
We can't hear nothing you saying coming in here.
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't think I was gonna make it, but I'm here.
No, we got
the ginger ale.
Yes, nature's medicine.
This is our real estate agent, Naz Johnson. This is our queen of the show, Miss Keita.
Hi, how are you?
John.
Yeah, so he was breaking us
down.
Good. Thanks, Keita.
No, don't do that.
So it's my fault now?
I'm just talking junk. Talking junk.
So Naz, I wanted to ask you, man. I believe in bags. Like when I say bags, I mean big ass goals, right? Like, so what is your big ass goal for your career and for your life, man? Now that you've started this journey of real estate and home ownership, like what is the big goal and for the next 15 years?
I like how you just put that together. Bags, big ass. I see what you're doing right now.
Yes. Yes.
One thing about me is I'm always trying to be anything I put my name to and my hands on, I'm trying to be the best I can be at it. That's just my natural mindset. So I want to take, real estate can take you as far as you want to go. Like, there's some people that have become millionaires off of doing real estate. If that's the ceiling, that's where I'm trying to get to. But my mindset right now, since I'm just getting into it, is helping people. Because I think as long as I focus on that, the success will come. Like the monetary success will come. So really, what I'm just trying to focus on is helping help and educate and help as many people as I can get into homes they are proud of, and be, just happy, proud homeowners. Like, that's my main mindset right now. And I feel like the success will come with that in time. But yeah.
I hear that, man. I hear that, because like you said, going back to that feeling, it's nothing like that first feeling, man. Getting the crib and for the first time and having somewhere you can lay your head and you can call it your own. Like, that's a great feeling. So I'm glad you can provide people with that feeling, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
And to the young boys in America, man, this guy is 27 years old, okay, and he's taking his life serious. You can do it too. You can do it too, man. You're afraid to jump off the porch, man. You got to get out here and just go get it, man. Make every minute count, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for sure.
That's really why I got into this. After I bought my house, got it when I was 26, and like I said, I'm a homebody. Like, I don't really go out. I'm work, football. I'm in the gym a little bit. So if I'm not there, I'm at home. But I invited my semi-pro team over so they could see, we're all about the same age, between 22, 27. Besides shoes and a couple other outliers. But I just wanted them to be able to see that it is attainable, because when you see somebody that's like you do it, you know. If people can tell you all day long, but when you see an example, for sure.
Start on them then, little young boy. Start on them then. He like, this man.
Yeah, nah, it wasn't like the flex. It was really, like I said, person. I don't flex. Like, I don't care about accolades. I'm all about.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah, so I just wanted them to know, like, you can do it too. You take things serious. You put the work in. You can have the same. You can have this or better. You can have whatever you want. So
definitely.
Really
Message. What's up, Queen?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because you're in the real estate game and you're young, there's a lot of times that idea that there's probably a territorial thing going with the other realtors, especially if they're older and they're looking at you coming into the game. So because of that, there's a generational gap, because someone as young as you can look at them and say, you are missing the big and this is why we cannot come together to work in a more seamless way as realtors, right? Have you experienced anything like that? The territorial generational gap that exists within real estate as a realtor yourself?
Personally, I have not, but I give that credit to. I said I worked at McDonald's for 5 years. 3.5 of those years, I was a manager. I was the kitchen manager, so I was like second in command. If I got another promotion out of the store, so I've dealt with a lot of different people, a lot of different age ranges. Like, when I was 19, I was in charge of people who were 40, 50, 60. A range from 14 all the way up to 60. So I have experience talking to people about business that are older than me. So, and I've been told I have like a very personable, personality. Like, when people get to know me, they end up liking me. So, no, personally, I have not experienced that, just because of the fact that I kind of.
So basically, what I'm hearing is you are Ray Charles to the bullshit, because you don't see it, and you also
ain't nobody got time for that.
Right. So if it does exist, it goes right past you, because you're all about positivity and you're not going to think about that. And it sounds like you have a high emotional intelligence to where you know how to compromise and bridge those gaps, so that if they even do exist, it's really not a problem that you focus on. Am I getting that correctly?
That is exactly me. I don't focus on negativity at all. I'm always about pushing forward positivity. But yeah, that's exactly me, honestly. And I think another reason is most people, if I got a client that's gonna, if this deal is gonna put money in your pocket, most people are willing to just, hear you out at least. So between
I
those
do
two
have an
things, negativity.
I do
Well,
have
before you
another
ask that,
question.
the
Oh,
next question,
okay.
Keto, I just want to say like what I got from what you just said was, you said you were a manager at McDonald's for a few years and you developed a skill set while you were there. Like, I think it's, how people are like too good to work at a place, or they feel like
I
they can't work fast food, or they can't do this, they're beyond this. Like, I completely disagree with that idea. Is like, as a manager, you were able to like learn how to communicate with people, learn how to work with one another, and you develop those soft skills to be a leader and to be able to manage your own time. Like, and I think that's valuable. So like, don't ever let any job be below you. You could take anything and learn from it. So I appreciate that. And then translate those skills into another market.
That part. That's
it's
what I was
Absolutely.
life.
going to add. You already went there. I was going to add something like that, Speedy, but
Oh, I'm
you
sorry.
went there.
I'm sorry,
Oh
Miss
no,
Keita.
no, we're on the same wavelength. That's all. That's all.
It's life lessons and everything, man. It's life lessons in
Mhm.
everything. I was in fast food business for a while, you know what I'm saying, and communications and selling and all that. You put all that together, man, you get a good person out of it, especially if you know how to tweak it the right way. Shit, the sky's the limit at this point for sure. That's
I
dope,
would
bro. That's dope.
say fast food, waitressing or being a waiter, and having to be a teacher. One of those three, I think
Man.
every person needs to experience because those have such transferable skills that you
Mm-hmm.
can build off of, and you'll be successful in anything if you can master one of those three, if not
Definitely.
all three.
Customer service, like just in general, like if you
Yeah,
learn a proper customer service, I think you could
Yep.
translate those kind of skills in just about any place, man. You could run your own business, you can work for, like, just learn how to communicate with people, man. It's so helpful, and build a team and work with a team.
boy.
Yeah.
It's one thing you'll get out of the fast food business is patience, boy. I tell you that much. That's like nigga like Tyrone pulling up in the drive-through 10 minutes before you close and be trying to order up a bunch of shit. You be like,
Yeah.
bro, we about to close. And, and they get to
Like,
argue with you
yeah,
so far.
I used to
So
work
late.
at McDonald's near CJ Barrymore's, and that's actually near the Macomb County Jail. So people have people bond out at jail. We used to be 24 hours in the lobby, and so I used to deal with people straight out of jail. Like I done seen some stuff there. It's literally like I had guy OG. Like I done
Yep.
seen some.
My name is Tyree.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to
Damn, not bonding right out of jail, starting shenanigans at the McDonald's right out of the joint.
I do have another question, a separate question for you.
Okay.
So, when it comes to the real estate market, and stop me because I know I came in a little late. So, I just have some questions to pick your brain about the real estate market now that we have a background about you and about your strengths, right? And your weaknesses. Um, it seems like, what is it that you could tell our audience if they're looking to buy a house that is making it difficult right now? At one point in time, the inventory was very low to where people were competing really hard for purchasing a home. What is it that you're seeing right now that's still making it difficult for homeowners? We know that the interest rates are going up. They're the highest they've been in 20 years. They're at 7 point something right now, but that's not a big deal from what I
Thanks,
understand.
Biden. No.
That's not a big that's not a big deal from what I understand, because if anyone who is already a homeowner knows, you could purchase and then refinance when they hit lower. So that's not the biggest problem. But what is it that you're seeing being a problem? Is it still the inventory being low? What is it that a potential home buyer needs to have in their review, like when going to purchase a home?
That's exactly it. Inventory is just not as high as it was, especially a year ago. Last year was the
Okay.
best time in real estate history.
Mm-hmm.
The market mainly be due to the interest rates being so low. But them they raised interest rates on purpose in order to slow the market down a little bit, and is done exactly that. And inventory is just low right now. And I've actually had multiple clients send me the same houses that they want to see. So I'm going to the same house. I've actually had a client I show them 3 or 4 houses in a day. The 4th house we end on, they leave, and I just sit there and wait for my next client because that's where they want to start. So, so yeah, just inventory is low, and yeah, so it makes it even more competitive.
Damn, how do you manage that situation like that? Because that could be kind of a conflict of
It
interest,
definitely is.
maybe.
I'm fair to. I try and be as fair as I can to both parties. The information I get is going to both parties. You know, I'm submitting both both offers promptly. Like you know, it is what it is. You know, the game of real estate is made a best man win kind. You know, whatever offer the seller seems fit to accept, they're going to accept. So, you know, that's why bring your best foot forward. You know, in this game, because you gotta realize, like I said, there's other people compete for the same thing that you want. So, and there's no favoritism in this game because people don't know you. Like, unless you get a chance to meet the seller, which is very rare because most of the time when you're doing a showing, they aren't there. So they have no favoritism. So, like, you know, the offer you put what speaks the loudest.
It's funny that you said that because that was going to be the next thing that I was going to say or ask you. Because I know when I purchased both of my homes, the first one, coincidentally, I was a banker before I went into education. For my undergrad year, I was a banker. And one of the guys that I helped to refinance his home, I actually was at his home looking at it. And so he automatically was like, if it wasn't for you, you see this car right here, you see this right here that I put in the house, I wouldn't have got this done because of you, period. The house is yours if you want it, just tell me now. And so I was able to get the house without competition. But back then the inventory was high too. So it wasn't that bad. We're talking about like 2014, 2013, 14. And I'm never going to find a house for the price that I purchased back then, which was a 2,300 square foot home for $160,000. That was, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then bought a 3,100 square foot home for $250,000. That was back in 2020, right on the cusp of when the pandemic was happening in
quick
like
flex,
February,
real quick.
March.
Quick flex.
Oh no.
Quick flex.
No,
I bought this 3,100 square foot boy real quick. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to make clear. And for our audience, if you're not from Michigan, Michigan has more bang for their buck than any place that I know. I mean, like, you get all this house, all this land for very little in the suburbs, not in the rural area.
Not like North Carolina. I don't know who North Carolina think they is right now, but they are asking for way too much for way too little right now. They are acting
well, no, it's went up now. No, it's went up because the house I'm in now bought it for $250,000, 2020. 3 years later, it's 400 something. So everywhere is really high. However, here's the thing: to get this house, the owner was here. So of course, I'm telling her various things like, oh yeah, you know, I'm a teacher. I know what I'm doing. I'm dropping things. Oh, I'm a teacher. Oh, this would be perfect for me to raise my family and be my forever home. Because sometimes homeowners want to know that if they have an attachment to the house, but they know they need to leave it or downsize, it's going to be left with someone who's going to put the same loving care into it as they had. And so at that point, she was like, you know, I like what y'all are saying. If you want it, it's yours. I've heard having to leave love letters are just as effective. What other things could you suggest outside of possibly being there when you're doing a showing and the owner being there, that you could suggest would help somebody have an edge compared to other people when they're competing for the same home?
Well, like I said, a lot of times you don't have direct contact with the seller. So my biggest thing is the agent you choose. You got to choose an agent with a good personality that can act on your behalf and get some favor. You know, I've had a couple of deals where, you know, I talk to the agent and they're telling me, you know, after the conversation we have, they're like, okay, I'm gonna push your deal for you, you know, or whatever. But so that's what the agent you choose is huge. You got to choose somebody that's diligent, somebody that's gonna fight for you, somebody that has a good personality. Because I think that face to face is, you know, those personable connections are the biggest things that help, honestly. So yeah, that's what.
Okay.
Hey, man, consummate professional, man. I could see you going places, young man. Let me just here at Quality Minutes, we like to say, make every minute count. That's our moniker, man. That's what we're all about, making every minute count. So tell me, outside of like doing your job and help people, like how are you making every minute count? And what we mean by that is like how are you utilizing your time? How are you making sure that every day is a beautiful day? Like how are you making every minute count?
Well, yeah, I mean, I spend a lot of time with my clients. Like I said, business has been booming for me lately, so a lot of my time goes to my clients. I make time for my mental health, so my semi-pro. Like I said, practice Tuesdays, Thursdays, game Saturdays. I'm in the gym as well. Been in the gym the last couple of years. Put about 25, 30 pounds of muscle on in the past 2 years. So
Okay.
I'm there to stay
Black.
Right.
I spent some time there to stay constructive. And then, yeah, I just try and spend time. I just try and spend a lot of time with my family. Like, you know, my mom, she was never a homeowner. I actually inspired my mom to try and become a homeowner. So she was actually renting. Her rent went up. She probably was living in a space that was 1,000 square feet or less. Her rent was about 1,600. The mortgage for my house is significantly less than. So, I put her onto the game. I moved her into the home that me and my girlfriend bought, and she's actually saving to become a homeowner as well. So, like, I spend some time with her, spend time with my girlfriend. Yeah, I just try and stay busy. Honestly, just try and occupy my time. Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
I'm so
Shout out
proud
to
of
putting
you.
your mama in the house, man. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Working on it, yeah. Working on it.
And this is what we do, Quality Minutes. We have a platform to shine light to young Black brothers like yourself, man, who just putting in positivity in the community. You help people, and you just got a damn good head on your shoulders, brother. So we want to you on here to give you your flowers today, because hey, man, it ain't too many 27-year-olds who's positive.
Nah. Let's clap that up real quick. And I could see some possible collaboration, Marquita, like in what you do. You offer resources and support for folks and underserved communities, and like you helping people getting the homes for the first time. Like there's some possible connection here, man. Like hopefully we can make something happen in some way. You know what I mean?
I love how you think, Speedy. I love how you think. Just to let you know, young King, there's a resource fair that I throw for the community every other month. And the next one is going to be this Thursday, the 24th of August, at the Durfee Innovational Center, which is at 2470 Collingwood. It's going to be from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you would like to set up a booth or a table in an effort to speak to those within the community who think they can't even achieve home ownership, I would love to have you as one of my vendors.
That sounds good. I appreciate the offer. Thank you. I would be glad to come participate.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Everybody eats. It's quality. That's what we do here.
Definitely. All right, man. Well, it sounds like we're wrapping things up. Before we get out any quality recommendations, and Naz, what we mean is like if you're reading a book, if you're watching a TV show, if you're just consuming something that you think people might want to be interested in consuming themselves, like tell me what quality recommendations might you all have on this evening.
The past couple weeks I've been reading this book called Tuesdays with Maury. It's just this author's perspective on. He got real close with his college professor, who he admired very much, and when his college professor's last days, they had a lot of conversations about how to operate through life as a man, as a person, different topics, death, life, work, whatever. But so I just been reading that. So and I'm actually loving it. So I would recommend Tuesdays with Maury by Mitch Albom.
Man, that's what I'm talking about, man. And let me air horn for young Black brothers that read.
The young boy.
Read them books, man. That's what I'm talking about.
I got a quality. I got a quality recommendation.
What you got?
Get the fuck Madden. Get Madden. You feel me? I didn't know nothing about this game share on PlayStation 5, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't got a 5, get one so y'all can share games. You ain't even got to pay the full price because you got your mans in them. You can just share it to their goddamn system, and you don't got to pay a dime. That's what I got to tell you. That's quality content for that
I feel
ass.
like
Go.
I feel like you shouldn't be saying that out loud. Like, like I feel like that's one of the things you got to keep to
It's a
yourself.
secret.
You know what I mean? Because
Go Lions. That's all I can tell you. Go
yeah.
Lions.
What about you, Keita? You got some Rex recommendations?
For me today, my where I am is about needing to diffuse with being silly. So if you need something to kind of like get you laughing and just take your anxieties of the day away, please, if you have not checked out I Am Dave, it is a series that Kevin Hart is executive producer to. If you know the rapper Little Dicky, he is starring in there.
Oh yeah.
He has his sidekick named Gator, who has always been, and I'm saying it wrong, not sidekick, he's his hype man. And the thing that I liked about this show is it's like a cross between Curb Your Enthusiasm and Seinfeld in some way. And they talk about mental health quite often in the series, and yet they put all sorts of twists in there, and they're actually acting with their own problems and authentic selves. They're just putting it out there with, like, embellishing situations that they may have been in or would be in. So it's a very good comic relief show that does shine a light on mental health from time to time and real problems. But if you want to just get away from your own problems and see somebody else and how they may deal with something with some comedic relief behind it, I suggest to go and check out I Am Dave. It's on FX and Hulu.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
You know?
Mm-hmm. The last season was the funniest.
For me,
so far it's been 3. The last season has been the funniest to me. The first season was hilarious. This one was the funniest.
My bad, Speedo. Go ahead, brother.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. For many years, and y'all probably heard it before. People recommended the book like The Art of War by Sun Tzu, right? Never picked it up. I think I started it some years ago, and it was just too over my head at the time. But Spotify does like audio books now. And so they had The Art of War in there. I started listening to Art of War, and it's not even a long listen. It's like 2 hours long. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good book. So I would check it out, especially if you work in like corporate America. It might be good for you, Naz. You know what I'm saying? Because it draws this comparison between like just general competition in war and how to like overcome your opponent and these different ideas or strategies that you consider when you're trying to overcome an opponent or win a battle. So The Art of War by Sun Tzu is you can listen to it on Spotify, or you can pick up the book and read like my man Naz do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's it. G.
And before we do leave and get y'all up out of here, now tell the people where they can find you.
Okay, so I'm on Facebook, Nazerek Johnson, Nazerek, last name Johnson, Johnsson. I'm on Instagram. My user handle is n.5a's and a z. You can text or call me. My phone number is 248-561-2282. My email is realestate@nazjohnson.com. So yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns about anything about real estate, feel free to reach out and I'll be happy to get back to you.
Yeah. If you in the Michigan area and you're trying to buy a home, like
buy, sell, lease, that's whatever. I'm willing to help any and everyone.
Let's go, man.
We'll probably take a picture of his business card or something, post up on there so y'all can get on there. We'll probably have it posted up on the Quality Minutes LLC on Instagram and everything, and the Facebook.
Yeah, it'll be somewhere. It'll be in the comments. It'll be somewhere where you could access it for sure.
Once again, man, I want to say on the behalf of the Quality Minutes family, thank you, Naz, brother. Continue to be positive out here. Keep the good energy flowing. I pray for nothing but prosperity for your family, man. And like I said, thank you from the bottom of my heart for me and my family too, man. You're helping us out in a major way. Shout out to you, young ball.
Definitely.
Shout out to the world. LiveQualityMinutes.com.
Happy to be.
every minute count, and we out this thing. Holla, dog.
Bye, guys.